Stretching along the Northern California coastline, the Red Triangle has the highest recorded number of great white shark attacks in the world, more than Australia or South Africa. Abalone divers Randall Fry and his friend Clifford Zimmerman are diving off the Mendocino coast. Clifford is treading water at the surface. Randall dives straight down, but he doesn't come back up. Instead, Clifford sees a giant creature and a growing cloud of red.
I let this thing pass, what seemed like an eternity. It was huge. I didn't see Randy, I didn't see anything but this big body going by it. But when it passed, then the water was just pure red. So I knew we had a real problem. I was swimming to the boat. I was sure there was a real good opportunity that I'm going to get it too. That's what I was thinking. So when you get to the boat, you have this instant feeling of, well, we got over this hump.
Clifford's safe, but Randall has yet to surface.
I just couldn't believe what had transpired, and I looked out over the water, and it was just like nothing had happened. There was no more blood, just as calm as could be. Like nothing had happened. I grabbed the radio, started doing a mayday. We'd had a shark attack.
Respond code 3, possible shark attack.
Mendocino Sheriff's deputies and the Coast Guard arrive on the scene, but they can't find Randall, and dusk is setting in. The next morning, the search resumes near Kibasilla Rock on the Mendocino coast, where rescuers spot something 15 feet below the surface.
I was notified of the alleged shark bite. We got there about 8 something in the morning, 8, 9 o'clock, and the water was clear, it was calm, a perfect little cove to go diving in. We could see the person on the bottom very clearly.
We were able to see the body about 15 to 20 feet down, and we anchored our boat up so then we could get a steady shot, and we threw a grapnel hook over and we were able to hook him onto his weight belt.
The U.S. Coast Guard lifts Randall's body to the surface. Immediately, it's clear how the shark took his life. He was decapitated.
As they were pulling it up, they noticed that the head was still attached to the suit. The dive hood was still attached, but once gravity got involved out of the water, the head fell back into the water. It was discovered that the shark bite was from about shoulder to shoulder, and later determined to be about a 1.5 foot bite diameter.
Randall's diving location near Fort Bragg and the mouth of the Noya River may provide an explanation for this attack and the high number of attacks in the Red Triangle. Throughout the region, there are numerous vital rivers flowing into the ocean. In the months leading up to the spawning season, these rivers attract salmon and steelhead trout. They in turn attract seals and sea lions, and ultimately great whites. These months, when the fish gather at the riverheads, July through October, overlap with the peak season for great white attacks. These areas are feeding hotspots for the alpha predator, the great white, and its prey. A familiar shape, a sudden movement, the wrong place at the wrong time. The cause will never be known. Unfortunately for Randall Fry, there was no way to escape.
This was just a snap, bang. It wasn't food. It was just a mistake. But animal that size, when he makes a mistake, it's pretty hard on. It's pretty hard on the person that he made a mistake on.